And Mo, gonna finish up with you. 49ers versus the Broncos.
No. All right, Coach. Kyle Shanahan. I mean, you can't. There ain't no need to go there.
Can't hack it.
Yeah. Offense.
Just stop saying that.
Yeah. Offense. Offense. Even with Jimmy G in there, and the offensive line, the physicality. I'm gonna go with Denver. Overall weapons wise, I'm gonna go with Denver. Even with Debo there, I'm gonna go with Denver. Defensively, I'm gonna go with 49ers. I think defensively, I'm gonna go with 49ers. This is a tough game to pick here. It's tough. You gotta get it going eventually. You gotta get going eventually. This is a tough one here. If Russell Wilson never play like they did against Houston, this could be a blowout. But because Jimmy G is going to be more efficient and then Trey Lance, but I'm gonna go Denver. I'm gonna go Denver in a defensive battle. I'm gonna go Denver 21-17.
All right. Ooh. All right. Who you got, Craig?
Man. Okay, so the the coach, I'm going with Shanahan. Obviously, Nathaniel Hackett hasn't been there long enough, so can't really pick him. The offensive side, like on paper, it looks like it should be the Broncos. They have pretty much everything that you need. You got two good running backs, two good wide receivers, a tight end who's decent, quarterback who's a better quarterback than Jimmy Garoppolo on the other side. But like the way they looked against two teams that they should have, to me, that they should have blew out, Seattle and Houston. Now I know the 49ers, they have two teams that they should have blown out too, the Bears, but that was a rainy monsoon.
That was weird, game. Man.
And then you had the Seahawks, who they actually went in there and they took care of business.
Yeah.
And George Kittle practiced today, so maybe he'll play this week. That's just another guy they can have. 49ers seem to be maybe a little bit more comfortable. And like I said, it was the monsoon game that Lance played in, so he unfortunately didn't get enough time.
I think if it wasn't a monsoon game, he would have balled, but
probably. And now you have Garoppolo in there, and the 49ers are definitely comfortable with Garoppolo, obviously. Went to the NFC Championship game last year. So I'm just basing off of what I've seen so far this year. On paper, I would go with the Broncos, but just what I've seen so far on the field, I'm going with the 49ers. If they can get Kittle back, and if they get the running game going with Wilson, and they just signed, or they brought up Marlon Mack, I believe. So possibly they can get him in the mix as well. And obviously you have Debo. I like the offense of the 49ers slightly. The defense, both teams are in the top three. 49ers are 1, Broncos are 3. They both look good. It's kind of hard to judge both of these teams on both sides, mainly on the defensive side, just because they played bums.
Yeah.
This is pretty much each team's real first tough test. I'm going with the Niners slightly over the Broncos again. I think both teams definitely have the talent. It's just I'm taking the 49ers slightly. They've stopped the run, or they stopped the pass a little bit better. They stopped the run a little bit better. So they're both averaging or giving up the same amount of points. So I'm just pretty much flipping the coin here, going with 49ers. And this game, I picked the Niners earlier, and I gotta stick with them. Even though they don't have the same quarterback that I thought they would have when I made these picks. And I'm sticking with it. I think the Niners get the job done. They go into Denver. I wouldn't even call it an upset. I just call it a win. Both teams are in the same boat. I think both teams need this win. Both teams playing tough divisions. But I'm going 49ers. We're going 24-17 to 49ers.
Yeah, Coach, I gotta go Kyle Shanahan. Not only was he's been to the Super Bowl, obviously I'm a fan of Shanahan's. I was a fan of his father. I just think he can coach. I think he's one of those guys that he was kind of not born into it, but it was like my father's a coach and I'm gonna be one. And he is. He's a successful coach. You know, they were in the Super Bowl. They've been to the championship game just last year. And it's not like they got blown out. They lost to the Rams by 3 points. So who would have knew if they would have went to the Super Bowl, they might have won. So I gotta give it to Shanahan. Nathaniel Hackett, he gotta get some more time, especially making, in the words of Craig, that was a rookie move, burning timeouts. Clock management is horrible. So he just got to get it together. Offensive, Denver has a better quarterback, a better running backs. I'm going to give receivers 49ers, O-line 49ers. So it's, I don't want to say push. I'm going to give the edge to the 49ers. Because Jimmy G's back, he's able to operate that offense. He knows the offense. He knows the players. Everybody's comfortable. Russell Wilson's not comfortable yet. And not being comfortable can hinder you in the NFL to a certain extent. Like, it depends. I'm not talking about uncomfortable with Patrick Mahomes, where he knows the offense and passing different receivers. I'm talking about he doesn't have a relationship with the receivers, and the offense that he has, it's more that he has to learn to get in cadence with. Defense is close, man. Broncos, and Craig broke it down. Broncos and 49ers are right there. And this is probably going to be a defensive game. And I picked the Broncos. And I think I'm going to stick with it. At first, I was kind of leaning like, I should pick San Francisco. And some told me, I was like, listen. I know people love Jimmy G. Not a big Jimmy G fan. And if they force him to pass, he's going to do what Jimmy G does, which is make mistakes. Now, can Denver capitalize on them? I don't know. But I think Denver is going to pull up. I don't even know if it's upset or not. I think Denver's going to win. And the score is going to be 24. Nah, I'm going to give it, 24-17. Denver wins. But it's going to be a weird, ugly game.
You say 24-17?
Yeah, man.
You stole my score, huh?
Hey, man.
Yeah. I don't know, because I wanted to go 21-17. But I was like, nah, I like 24 better. And I wanted to go 17 to like 12, but I was like, no, so I give their offense a little bit more credit. I don't know, man. I think could do one.